Hi, I'm Sam. I ran from Cornwall to London, covering 451 kilometres. Six months ago, I wouldn't say I was much for a runner. The furthest I'd run was 15 kilometres, and I had this idea when I was on the plane back from Malaysia after a holiday with a couple of my mates. I wanted to do something that made a difference. I wanted to raise a lot of money, as much as I could, for CALM, Campaign Against Living Miserably, which is a cause close to my heart. And I was looking at my phone, and Cornwall was a very, very important place for me and my family. I was looking at the distance from Cornwall to London, having no real idea of how far it actually was. And I just looked at my phone and I said to myself, yeah, I'm having that. I asked a couple of my mates about it, and a few of them kind of looked at me like, you're crazy, you haven't run a half marathon before, you haven't run a marathon, this is a bit of a stupid idea.
I felt like my initial reaction was kind of shock and a bit like, could have picked something a bit smaller to start off with. And like Sam isn't a runner, he never has been a runner.
Well, when he first told us, we were quite surprised because he's never done anything like that before, and it just seemed to kind of come out of the blue. But when he explained it a bit more to us about, who he's running for and the cause, and we did our best to get right behind him.
Started training. I didn't have a training plan, much of an idea. I asked ChatGPT for a few tips, and next thing I know, we were underway. Managed to injure myself for a couple of weeks, and then started seeing a physio and started training properly. Had a bit more idea of what I needed to do in mind. Really, really nervous about starting. I was just saying that I was confident I was going to smash it, but in truth, I wasn't sure if I'd bitten off more than I could chew. And when we were driving down to Cornwall in the van, I was really shitting myself. I had loads of nerves. I wasn't sure if my body would be able to hack it. I wasn't sure if mentally I could hack it. As I stepped out the van at the camel trail ready to start, I was really, really nervous. London was looking a long, long way away.
We started from Padstow, and I must admit, when we got to the start of the camel trail, he just looked at us and said, right, I'm off then. And then he was gone.
Right. See you later.
Slowest pro.
I'm off.
Good luck.
Probably went out a little bit too quick initially. I was really just enjoying all these amazing views along the camel trail. Yeah, I was feeling brilliant, if a little, lots of butterflies in my stomach. But yeah, I felt good. It was pretty flat all the way along that first day. We already got some donations from random passers-by, so yeah, everyone seemed to be back in the cause. I think I finished that day feeling pretty knackered, to be honest. My legs felt like they'd run 27 kilometres. So I guess there were a few doubts that night. Day one. Oh. Day two, running from Cornwall to London. Today we've got 16k on the plan officially, but I think we're probably going to do a little bit more than that like we did yesterday. So let's see how we go. Let's get it.
Races.
Got some raising.
Take it steady. Good luck.
Are we on this side or that side? My body was very much still getting used to this weird weird routine. It's used to sitting at a desk all day, not running 30 kilometres and eating while on the go. So it's very much a learning curve for myself as well. We were pretty much on country roads all day on day 2. A fair few hills here and there, so I had to try and conserve energy and be sensible. Nice.
Hilly at the end.
Yeah, quite hilly.
Yeah.
Well, in the middle bit, really. Like, just after I saw you, really,
Yes.
that's when it got hilly.
Yeah, it was. The generosity of people we met along the way was fantastic. There was one pub we stopped in, and we explained what was going on and walked out with a donation of 80 quid from the people just sat at the bar. It was terrific. And we also met a surprising number of people who had actually been personally affected by suicides, either close friends or even family members, and it just made us realise what a big thing this is, and what a great thing it was for Sam to be raising money for Calm.
We've just hit £5,000 of donation, which is amazing, far more than we ever thought we'd get. We started off 1,500, so yeah, it's going amazing so far, helping lots of people, so yeah, time to get back on the road. Let's see what we can do today. Still kind of a bit uncertain, confused about what we were doing, and sometimes asking myself, or just saying, this is crazy, why are you doing this? But I'd always take 5 seconds when I have those thoughts and just think, okay, why am I doing it? I'm doing it for myself, I'm doing it for the cause, I'm trying to raise as much money as possible and spread awareness. And that would always just get me up and get me back in the fight.
That's day 2, Cornwall to London, wrapped up 25.85k for the day. Let's see what tomorrow brings.
Day 3, I woke up with some really tired legs and quite a lot of self-doubt. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to get through it, but so I had to cast that aside and started off on some slippery country lanes and footpaths. We had our first little route mishap. Accidentally did the same bit twice, but we're back on track now. Mum's apologised and we're okay. We're friends again.
There's 2 there because I've broken the house with them snivel.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks ever so much. Yeah.
Yes, they're.
By the end of the day, we arrived into Devon. We'd made it out of Cornwall finally. I felt pretty shattered at the end of it. It was the shortest day we'd done, but I felt really, really cooked. And yeah, my legs were really sore. Day 3, Cornwall to London, wrapped up.
24k rather than 22. I'm quite tired now, I'll be honest.
As we got to the end of stage 3, or day 3 rather, Sam did actually look quite tired. We thought things were starting to accumulate, and yeah, it was hard work, which was a bit of a concern because the next day, day 4, was one of the hardest days, going across Dartmoor, long distance and a lot of elevation gain as well. So we were a bit worried.
The vibes got back up for day 4 because I knew we had to get going and take on paper the hardest day we had, going across Dartmoor National Park. It's about 34 kilometres and 800 plus metres of elevation gain. It was looking like a big one. My legs were feeling all right, if a bit stiff, but luckily I had my mate Bevo join me on the bike.
Here he is.
Hey, good to be here, mate. Looking forward to it.
Let's get stuck in.
Yeah, he's such a great person to have motivating you, really helped get me going, and we got stuck into a massive hill to start the day off to take us up onto the national park. We had one of the 5 days a year where Dartmoor was not covered in rain and wind, so we really lucked out with the weather.
Now it's getting fucking tasty.
Well done. Woo! I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sweating buckets. We're only 6k in. Oh. Woo! Look at the view though.
Despite being really hard, climbing up the hills just non-stop and just grinding through that, the views were incredible.
So before the guys start running for the day, I just double check the route, and then once they're off, then drive to the next meet point, get the snacks ready, get the water bottles ready, or if it's lunchtime, maybe start cooking up a bit of pasta ready for them to arrive.
You know what? It's not going as badly as we thought it would be. Seems to be getting up the hills pretty, not easily, but not too much strain. No niggles yet, touch wood, no wood here. Milo, how we doing?
I mean, yeah, some of those hills are pretty tough on a bike, so fair play to Birdie for doing this. I'm just cooking up some lunch for the boys. Chicken, creamy chicken pasta. Keep them plenty of energy, keep them going, and yeah, just keeping the van in good shape. It's a bit of a mess, as you can see, but hey, that's it. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful here, isn't it?
Yeah, unreal.
Push him in! Push him in!
Ah, swans! No, like catching them swans there.
How are we doing? Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man.
Good. Good news.
Great outdoors.
The boys are really flying. Sam had got a real lift from having Bevo cycling alongside him, and really lifted him, and they were flying. It was great.
Okay, we're about 22k into today now. Got about 12k left to do. One more stop along the way. Got some fun facts about Dartmoor National Park for you. It's roughly the same size as London, so we basically run through all London today, apart from it's a little bit hillier as well. Bevo?
Oh yeah, just got off the top of my head. It's 65% of Dartmoor is made of granite.
And finally, there's more sheep in Dartmoor than there are in London.
And there are people in London.
At about 26 kilometres, I started to feel pretty rough. I was feeling shattered, my legs were struggling a bit, but so I had to say to Bevo, right, I've got to put my headphones in here, find a rhythm and just lock in. So yeah, we powered to the end, an extra 7-8 kilometres or so into Morton Hampstead. Well, I was completely knackered by that point. Must have been the toughest day so far, 4 days in. I was feeling really sore. Obviously Bevo really helped increase my mood and get vibes going for a good day out on the moor.
Day 4, Cornwall to London done. Birdie by the birdie. We're now in Morton Hampstead, and I am feeling pretty fucked.
Big day. Some of those. It's a big day.
So yeah, day 5 and 6, I was feeling a bit sore, hips and legs were stiff, but nothing major. We took them relatively easy, took them slow and just got through them.
We've got some cows trying to attack us. Like trying to ram Mum's bike into the head, she fell over. All the car.
It was just a couple of days where we had to basically just gruel our way through it and get it done.
And that is day 5, Cornwall to London, wrapped up in the lovely land of Topsham. Might have a little dip to be honest. Actually, looks a bit pooey. Day 6, we went from Cornwall to London for Calm Charity. So we're on our way to Hollington. Today's probably the first day I really can't be asked to run, to be honest. My calves are really hurting and I'm just absolutely knackered, but I just remember we're doing this for a really good cause. And yeah. I'm off course again.
We got through, and I think that was the most important part of those slightly more boring days. Day 7 came along and had some extra support join, which always throughout the whole trip really helped give me an extra spring in my step. So my sister Megan and her fiance Ollie came down to join us.
Day 7 of running from Cornwall to London for Calm.
And I think partly out of competitiveness, bit of ego, I really wanted to kind of show them what I was made of and I could keep going on this thing.
shot off and I was like, okay, right, this is the kind of pace we're going at. And I didn't want to say anything because it's his run. He's obviously like done some of the days before I joined him.
Just let me know when I go.
Yeah, just subconsciously them being there really helped push me along. I wanted to show that I was strong enough to do this.
There's a bit of sibling rivalry going on when Megan was riding with Sam. You could tell that he was determined, absolutely determined to beat her up all the hills. I think his average pace was pretty good that day.
Who is she? How
He would always say, oh, I walk up hills, don't worry about like cycling up them. So I would kind of approach the hill quite slowly on a bike, and then he'd be like sprinting up the hill immediately. And I was like, this is not what we agreed.
Yeah, Meg's coming up slowly now. Burn her up on the hill. That's what we do.
it's breaking my heart. How could I know? If you don't need me, just let me know when I go.
Made it into our third county of the trip so far. We've entered Somerset. So yeah, we've got about 8-9k left today. Still feeling pretty good. The birds are in full force. Let's keep it moving.
I'm falling apart. Stop lying. Don't know who you are, baby, anymore.
We finished the day really strong. Ollie joined us for the last 6 or 7 kilometres running for the day, and again that competitive streak in me came out a bit and probably pushed a little bit quicker than I should have done. Ended with a bit of a sprint finish, which looking back on it was really stupid and probably why I found the next day so hard.
That's day 7, Cornwall, London, wrapped up. We're in Dripton, otherwise known as Drip Town. That's how the birds do it.
Let's go, baby! Oh, Jerry made it!
I felt like I was out of the woods and yeah, everything was going nicely again. But we were soon to learn that that could come crashing down quite quickly. That crash came on day 8, which was, looking back on it, easily the worst day of the whole challenge.
I was definitely nervous. I was apprehensive about the whole thing because I really had not prepared.
First half of the day was really tough. We had lots of disused trails. It was very rainy and miserly.
Sam just pushed through, which when he was doing such a mammoth kind of challenge, I was just like, the least I can do is be there and crack on.
We were feeling pretty cooked at lunch, I think. And then over lunch, we probably stayed eating for a bit longer than usual because Storm Amy arrived, started raining, and we weren't very keen to get back out there. Immediately, we got off to a bad start for the second half of the day. Ollie and I had to take a 4 to 5 kilometre diversion off the route. So yeah, that segment, I think, was meant to be 8 kilometres or so, ended up being 13. And we were already at the distance we were meant to do that day. So Ollie and I came into that final pit stop feeling really done. The pain I felt at that point, I hadn't had anything like it. I felt like my entire right leg was just on fire, like someone was stabbing it multiple times.
We've got 6 kilometres left today. Time to finish this off, break through the pain cave. It's been a slog today. Yeah, let's get to Sherborne.
Yeah, it felt kind of good fighting through the rain and fighting through that really tough period. I think when your body's in pain and you can push through it, that's when you show that you've got that real strength. Day 9 was a great day. The troops started to roll in. and vibes were immediately high and lifted. So one by one, the boys came to join me at Sherborne train station. We had Owen, we had Harry, we had Callum, and we had Holf. Boys I've known from university, boys I've known from school. Some of them runners, some of them fitness freaks, some of them not so much. Yeah, it was great just having them all around, coming down to support me. Owen, who's a sports therapist, led us on a little warm-up before we set off.
All right then guys, gonna start nice and easy, we don't want to pull anything. So just a couple of these, yeah? Not too high. Very cold today.
That bloke walked through his dog's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, nice. Now kicking behind you.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
this is like swimming.
Couple of feed the chickens.
I felt $1,000,000 to be honest. I didn't really think about anything other than enjoying myself with my mates that day. We had a lovely little run through Sherborne Castle and Gardens, just like usual, just like when we were 14 years old, just chatting shit, playing games, just boys being boys, basically.
That was the day I got
That's not too bad.
It was through Sherborne Castle and Gardens at the beginning.
I was really fast.
We flew through the whole day. Everyone really kept each other going. There was a segment where we just had our first stop and we started running again. Dad drives past us in the van and he goes to the boys, "Oh, you're about to go into that rain. Do you guys want your raincoats?" I had mine in my bag, but they were like, "Nah, it's fine. I don't think it's going to rain, we'll be fine." Literally about 30 seconds later, it starts absolutely tipping it down. So very quickly they decided to take their tops off. I think it was a bit of a premeditated move because they saw the camera up ahead as well. But yeah, having all those boys come down and support me, who not just on the challenge, but throughout the whole process of really supporting me, giving me loads of words of encouragement. Yeah, it felt kind of full circle to be back with those boys and getting through it together. We got to 25 kilometres in. I mean, pretty easy breezy till then. And then to get into Shaftesbury, which is where we were finishing, you have to go up a massive hill. So this big hill in particular started at 25 kilometres and it finished on 27.5, 28. So it was really, really tough way to finish, but we all ran up it, got there and saw the place where the Hogarth bread advert was made. So it was all worth it in the end. But yeah, what a day that was. So much fun to do it together, and yeah, I think doing those things out of your comfort zone with your mates outside, you come home for a weekend from that and you just feel $1,000,000. It was brilliant. Luckily, the boys stuck around for day 10 as well. We were joined by one more of my mates from uni, George Wally, who joined us in Salisbury. In perfect timing, Harry arrived again to join us, just in time to tackle the big hill. Looking back on that, it was pretty stupid that we all ran up this massive hill, but we did it. I think, again, that was part of that competitive edge and ego amongst boys. You don't want to be the one backing down from the hills. And then we were on this really, really nice trail, just going all across, all the way to Salisbury for the whole day. The views were brilliant, and and yeah, we settled into a really nice rhythm.
It's been great having the boys the last couple of days. Just goes to show how much being around your mates and doing things together like this, especially outside, can do wonders for your man's mental well-being and boost yourself. This is the whole cause we're doing it for. So kind of, I suggest just doing things together, like going for a walk in a park. If it's near you, go somewhere, just explore something kind of out of your comfort zone. And doing it together, I think it just does wonders for your well-being.
Day 2 with Sam, a really good cause, mental, he's almost at 300k already. We're sort of, wow, this is almost 50k, or 40k in for us, and it's pretty tough. Doing all this for Calm, raising so much money already. It's an impressive feat seeing your friend do it, but also like speaks to how important like things around suicide, mental health, all these things that affects blokes, especially those around our age. It's incredible having a friend like him, but also knowing that people are capable of doing this and spending even a weekend with the lads like this, and a few of them I haven't even met before. You feel so much better, yeah, doing that, something active, but also just sort of like collating together and getting through it. People our age definitely don't talk a lot. Lost a close friend myself a few years ago, and like knowing doing something like this, and also friends doing something like this, it's important to know like that's also honouring them. Even if it's something maybe they didn't have access to when they were there and it's tough for them, it's knowing that what we're doing now is something that speaks to them and helps them. And yeah, just good luck to bloody Sam going through the rest of this, but we'll try and get behind him every bit we can, even if we're not here in mind and body.
We had to finish together, leave no man behind. Come on all. Come on everyone, come on, come on. Right. Jeremy, come in. And that is day 10, Cornwall to London, wrapped up, Salisbury, 30.98k. Still 30.98. Yeah, what a shift from everyone. Smashed it.
What a day. Pleasure to be a part of it.
Ah, here he is. Go on, mate, smash it. It was sad saying goodbyes to everyone, knowing that I'd have to carry on doing this challenge by myself. Day 11, running from Cornwall to London for Calm. Today we're going from Salisbury to Kingstonbourne, a bit short, about 27 kilometres today. Back on my ones, none of the boys here today, so yeah, just me and the tarmac again. On day 11, I was back on my own. It was definitely harder to get going after a very high energy and enthusiastic weekend, but it was one of those days where I just need to switch on and get it done, really.
So how's it going today?
Yeah, all right. Obviously, it was a bit deflating from having the weekend with the boys.
Yeah.
Obviously, vibes were much higher then. So yeah, a little bit obviously more down from that, but kind of still got to just plug away. There's definitely a lot of help in running when you're running to the side and you looked next to you and you've got your mate running with you. I don't mind like running by myself as well sometimes. I think it's quite nice to be able to zone out, but yeah, it's definitely a bit tougher. Right, the boys, you feel the niggles a little bit more because you're not chatting away and stuff. But
I suppose when you're going along and you're just chatting, everything just kind of, you're just in that moment, literally. There's nothing else on your mind, really.
yeah, it's just easy. Whereas you kind of think about it a little bit more when it's just you.
think he's doing really well. We're all so proud of him. I mean, obviously there's some days it's a bit easier than others. Things like the weekend just gone by when he had his mates with him. That was great, just seeing them all together, supporting each other, just doing their thing, and seeing some of those boys who came around to our house when they were 10, 11 years old, and seeing them now and just doing the things they're doing. It's just amazing. It's fantastic. He's doing really well.
Charlie Wise joined us, little surprise visit. So yeah, gonna finish this off and then get some dinner in. Let's go. Ready? Get up, boy.
I think Charlie joining for that last 7 kilometres was the perfect time, because to get to that point when I was starting to feel sore, my head was starting to go a bit.
Day 11, Cornwall to London, wrapped up, now in King Somborn, 27.4k on the watch. Yeah, lovely day. Thanks for joining, Chaz.
Well done, man.
Nice to see ya.
Get in.
Fine. Day 12, running from Cornwall to London for Calm. Today we're going from King Somborn over to Earlsfield, I'm not trying to say it. About 27 kilometres. We're now nearly at £6,500 raised, which is incredible. So everyone can keep donating. Maybe we can get to 7,000 by the end of the week. See you later.
See you later.
Sam seems to be getting stronger. I mean, we're kind of halfway through the second week and he's just going from strength to strength. It's really good to see. He's doing really well.
A bit more tired than yesterday, I'd say. But yeah, they're still turning, still moving, no niggles. Happy days.
For the second half of the day, again I was picked up by one of my mates who decided to join, Frankie.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Hello, mate.
All right.
You look surprisingly fresh.
Surprisingly.
After a couple of days of running on his own, when one of his mates comes, even if it's just for a half a day, you can really see the lift that it gives Sam. It really, really carries him along.
That is day 12 for Cornwall to London, wrapped up King Somborn to Earlsfield, the famous steam train. Thank you, Frankie.
Well done, man.
Nice to have you. Oh, bloody hell.
Go and get something to drink.
I was loving it and enjoying it, but at the same time, I was starting to miss my bed. I was starting to miss normal food. As we came into day 13, which was my last solo day of the challenge.
Day 13 was the last day that Sam had on his own, and actually I think it was quite good for him to have a day, just a reflection, just really absorbing everything that he's done and getting ready for the final few days coming into London.
First minor injury of the trip. little blister on my big toe. Don't zoom in on my toes.
All I had to do was turn up and run. Dad would always be there on hand straight away to fill up my water, give me advice on the route, tell me what I needed to do. And I might not have shown it at the time. Yeah, I was so grateful for that. It subconsciously does so much for you, and really takes that weight off your shoulders.
20 kilometres into today on the way to Cornwall. I've been kind of reminiscing a bit about lots of support I've had from everyone so far. People who've donated, people who've been messaging me, mum and dad supporting the van, Nettle, Liam behind the camera, all my mates and family who've joined, Megan and Ollie, all the boys, or people who've let us stay at their houses. It's been nothing short of brilliant. Of course, there've been kind of dark times, stuff where you're struggling, not sure if you're going to get through it, and having people there to support you helps you get out and fight out of those pits. And I mean, it's kind of awful to say, but you never know what's around the corner, so really these kind of things help you appreciate how important it is to help one another and just spend as much time with each other as you can. One of the main things I want people to think is, I don't know, if your mate is annoyed you one day, then try and understand, forgive, love, and help each other out, because if I've taken one thing for this last 2 weeks, it's been that I feel stronger and happier doing anything when I've got the people around me helping me out and supporting me. We've got 5k to go till we're in Cornwall. Yeah, nearly. What? That's the right way, I think. Yeah, nearly 65k till London. That is the wrong fucking way. I thought I was going the right way.
Down this way.
Not bad. Tree on the other side. You really need to drink the pubs that way. Nice. What day are we on? 13. Day 13, Cornwall to London. Done. 30 kilometres, pretty much straight up. We're in Cornwall now. Should see a sign to London very soon.
How great are my mates, by the way, the amount of them that came and joined me for this little run. I mean, yeah, I'm so grateful to all of them that came along, because just having someone there, even though it might have not seemed like I needed the motivation, subconsciously, it does so much. So this day, day 14, we had David Voller, the one knee wonder, and he was coming to help pull me or drag me into Woking from Cornwall. So we headed up to this place called Caesar's Camp, where supposedly we were hoping we were able to catch a sight of London from really far away.
About 5k in and we made it to Caesar's Camp from Planet of the Apes, and apparently over there you can just about see London. Not sure if that's true, but...
You can't see London today, mate. If you've got a set of binos, you might be able to see the
that's
cathedral.
that's why we were zooming in.
Yeah, and that in that direction is too cloudy. On the M4 motorway at Reading, there's that wind turbine.
Oh yeah.
You can see that from here.
Oh wow.
But not today, unfortunately.
We were into a lot more residential areas than we'd been beforehand. We were very much out of Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, Dorset. We weren't near any of those anymore. We're coming into Surrey, we're coming into London, and you can feel it. We eventually found that we were by this path next to a military track or military zone. Lots of signs saying explosions will kill you, so that was really, really nice, really reassuring.
Just under 27 k's in, done a lot more than expected. We had to run through a military zone, so unfortunately no drone footage, didn't want to get shot down. We're still moving, little break now then, 5k to finish us off.
Yeah, legs are feeling it, I'm not going to lie.
Stop here?
Yeah.
Right, that is day 14, Cornwall to London, wrapped up, Cornwall to Woking, 31k on the watch, which has hit 409 kilometres in 2 weeks. Right, here we are, day 15 run from Cornwall to London for Calm. Today is actually World Mental Health Day, and to celebrate it, we're at the beautiful Woking train station. Today we're heading over to Hampton Court, got about just over 21 kilometres to do. Excited to start seeing some signs to London, and today we've got some family, got some Ollie Bird here. How you feeling to be here, Ol?
I'm feeling good. The furthest I've run is 10k, so this is going to be an interesting challenge, but it's good to come out and support Sam doing his challenge.
I'm sure those legs will do fine. Got
Yeah.
the bird jeans.
The bird jeans.
Really felt like the end was in sight. I just had these 2 final days to push through, which were our shortest days of the trip so far. I was feeling nervous, I was excited, I was sad that it was going to be finishing. We had this nice run along the canal path all day to take us into Hampton Court, Richmond way, and Ollie won't mind me saying that once we got to 10 kilometres, he was struggling quite a bit, and he said that, but he pushed through like an absolute trooper.
Lot of stops have changed a bit since we got closer to London and left the van. Right, a couple K left of the day. So we're feeling good, great having Ollie alongside. Coming up to Hampton Court, hit 7,300, not including gift aid. Ollie, how are you doing?
Oh, it's really difficult. My legs are killing me. Honestly, fair play to Sam for doing this non-stop for 16 days. It makes you appreciate how incredible this achievement is and this journey.
As we came into Richmond and Hampton Court, I felt just this incredible buzz. I was on cloud 9.
It's Cornwall to London, day 15. Hampton Court Palace, Richmond, SB Avenue, lovely. Well, a bit of scaffolding today, but we made it. Final one tomorrow. Ollie, thank you.
Sam, come on. Oh.
This man more than doubled his longest ever run today.
That was tough. It's difficult.
I'm so proud of you. So proud.
One more day. One more day.
Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. I had a whole range of emotions. I wasn't quite sure what to expect, really. There's a bit of relief. There was a great sense of joy and achievement, pride in what Sam's done, and pride with the way all of his friends joined in and mucked in and made it a team effort. Sadness, because it's a great adventure and it was coming to an end. But I think most of all was just, to be incredibly proud of our son about what he's done. He's just fantastic.
Feeling like you were in London after 2 weeks ago being in Cornwall was surreal. Coming to Hampton Court, these unreal sights, I felt this sense of pride, a few tears from me and Dad, I think, at the end, and knowing that we were going to wrap it up tomorrow, and this journey we kind of been through, we've very much done it together. So. Day 16, running from Cornwall to London for Calm. This is it. This is the final day. I'm excited, I'm a bit nervous, I'm a bit sad to be finishing. But yeah, it's been a heck of a journey. We've raised so much money, so much awareness. I feel really proud. I can't put into words really how much of a journey this has been. It's been great fun, there's been some dark times. But yeah, really excited to get it done and finish us off. Calm are so important, they save so many people's lives. As we said yesterday, it's World Mental Health Day, so it's a perfect time to be finished this off and spreading the message as much as possible that there's always a reason to stay, and it's more important than ever to keep your friends and family close. That moment I've pictured in my mind for months of coming up to that finish line, having my friends and family there, coming up soon, and that really scared me, knowing that we'd done all this amazing work, but the journey was coming to an end. This is it, the final 2 kilometres, Cornwall to London. Oh my God. 6 months. Oh God.
What Sam's done with his friends is really shine a spotlight on a really important topic, one of suicide, especially in young people. The money for Calm is great and it's important, but more importantly, hopefully it's getting more people, especially young people, talking about this and realising there's help available, and that with the help of their friends, hopefully they can find a way through any tricky points that they're experiencing in their life.
I remember being in London at the pub and seeing Sam running towards us and feeling just completely overwhelmed. And I just really didn't expect it. And I had to put my sunglasses on because I could feel the tears coming. And I was just so proud. And I can still feel it now. I'm actually getting a bit emotional. I'm so proud of him.
So yeah, thank you to everyone who supported, everyone who's enjoyed what we did, everyone who's helped, Dad, Mum, Megan, Ollie, Liam, all my mates who messaged me, my mates who ran with me, my mates who called me during it, everyone who donated. We've raised so much money, all of us together. And I like to think we've spread lots of awareness and encouraged more people to speak to their mates, try things out of their comfort zone, and feel assured that things do get better. I'm a perfect example of that. So yeah, as Calm always say, there's always a reason to stay.